In the New Testament, I believe it teaches that Jesus actually existed as a spirit son of God, as in the form of a God or God. How is this possible? Well, first, let me explain what I believe is possible or happened. So, you had a spirit son of God like the angels. They can take human form. But in this case, one of those sons of God, the Son of God, completely destroys himself. That's what the verb kanao means in Philippians 2. Existing in the form of a God or God, and destroyed himself and took on the form of a man. He didn't die in the sense that he was killed as a spirit. Philippians 2 says he emptied himself. Pale too. The reflexive personal pronoun that means that's the object of the emptying himself. He destroyed himself. So it's very important that Socinians and others understand that the Bible teaches Jesus was destroyed as a spirit. He did it to himself. That's how I believe it was possible. He literally destroyed himself in the spirit. It's not a question of being possible or impossible. It's what he chose to do. It's what God made happen, and he did it. I don't see a problem.
Well, there's no commentary, no translation in any language for 2,000 years that ever imagined that this says that Jesus destroyed himself. That's completely an alien idea. The point is simply to say that Jesus was in the form or had the status of God. He did. He was representing God uniquely, nothing to do with pre-existence at all, much less anything about destroying himself. Again, nobody in the field of scholarship ever said that Jesus destroyed himself. That's completely foreign to the text. The verb in Greek is kenoo, which means literally to empty yourself, to give up some sort of role and take on another role. And Jesus had unique status as the Son of God, which, as we know, Matthew and Luke, in their detailed explanation of who Jesus was, say that he became the Son of God by the miracle in Mary. Precisely because of the miracle in Mary, Luke wrote, that's why Jesus is the Son of God. So let's get that quite clear. And being in that role as uniquely representing God, he didn't take advantage of any of his privileges, but acted the part of a servant. That's what's meant by emptying himself. Nothing to do with suicide. If we don't have a human Jesus, we don't have the correct Jesus. You must believe in Jesus as being the procreated, brought into existence Son of God. If he's not human, he's not one of us, and he's disqualified as the Messiah. That should be entirely clear.